So guess what I did on the weekend? I left La Gatita on the dock, well, the dock parking actually, and we went boating. I was gonna say sailing because I'm so used to that. So yeah, here's La Gatita. We went to Merritt Island with a great friend of mine. She has a boat, so we went there. This is the barge canal, Merritt Island, and to the Indian River Lagoon. We did some fishing. We got like 100 catfish. No, but it was really like 25 or 30, and they were on fire. We got a few rainbow trouts. We got a stingray. Yeah, it was really amazing. It was hot. It was breezy, so mosquitoes weren't as bad. The water was, it has bioluminescence, but I'll show those pictures later. Let's talk about trading. We got a really awesome trade here. Market has been all over the place since the US opening session. We have here market pushing down, taking lows, pushing highs, resistance zones. I explain all that in the trade, then going lower low, higher high. Now you might think, well, market it's crazy doing lower lows, higher highs, then lower lows, then higher highs again. There is an explanation for anything. This is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful price action behavior. It's even so predictable. Why? Because ¿por qué? Watch the video, let me know. And another thing, let me know in the comments. Please subscribe, share, so we can make even better content of what you would like to see. And I'm gonna give a sneak peek here. We are almost ready to launch our live analysis sessions. We're gonna have 2 sessions for the moment. We're gonna have a US morning session, and we're gonna have a US afternoon session. So really important. I am just trying this out with a few of you guys. Let me know, send me a message if you want to be part of the morning session, afternoon session. There's a really great opportunity to get a funded account starting with just $10, but don't think about spending 1 cent yet. We're gonna try this out. There are free trials we can look for. There are free trials I'm gonna share with you in our analysis. I'll explain everything in the next video, so make sure you look forward for that. If you want to be part of this, send me a WhatsApp message. Okay, what did I did? Okay, 407-634-8256. Send me a message and we'll talk about that. So only 5 people per session, so take action, let me know, and enjoy the video. It was awesome. Have a great one. Alright, it's Monday.
Order submitted.
Monday. 2:31 in the afternoon, Eastern Standard Time. I'm trying to get into a trade here. 57.50.
Order filled.
Alrighty. I'm in. I sold 2 contracts at 50 what? 57.50. And we have here first target of, where's my target line? First target of here. And I'm gonna look for here. We are in at how much? ¿Cuánto? Porque 57.50. And we have here 42.50. That is ¿cuánto? That's 15 points. 15 points, $600. That sounds about great. And that's exactly what I'm gonna grab here at the opening of this candle. Market should go highly probable that it will move a little bit more to the downside, but I have my trading plan, I have my trading goals. I want this to be over quickly, so that's what am I shooting for. Come on. 42.50 we said. Yeah, plenty of time. 11 more minutes. Let's just wait until it starts moving. Okay, here they come. 42.50 I said, right? 43, 42.50. Oh man. Few more ticks. 4 more points. Few more ticks. 40. Yeah, 42.75, 42.25. What's wrong with this? $42.50. Now it's just a matter
Target
of
filled.
catching. Target filled. Really awesome trade. Yay. What a wonderful morning. Let's go to the 1 minute chart. Okay, this trade took like what? 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes. That's what it looks like. So let's see. We have 1 minute. Up. You saw that on the 1 minute chart, but really market has been doing, it reached here a target zone, big target zone, and it started then moving to the downside, pop, and then pop again, pop. And that's where we got our points. Let's go here. I have a really awesome surprise, good news. Okay, so bear with me here for a moment, and we will talk about that afterwards. We have here NASDAQ, sell, setup, pop. We have entry. We have 2 contracts at 22, 57.50, pop. We have target, 2 contracts at 22, 42.50, and that is 15 points. 15 points up. We have total trade. We have 30 points. I love these nice round numbers. Points, which equals $600. Why? Because ¿por qué? Because we know market gives $20 per NASDAQ point. Pop. Really awesome trade. 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes, and that was it. Now, okay, let me do this. Let me save this. Save chart image. 0623 US. Save. All right. So now let me get this out of the way. Remove. Let me get this out of the way. Whoop. And let's go over the trade. We have, let's go to the 15-minute chart, which is where I made my analysis. All right, 15 minute, we have market bouncing, and I don't know why. Well, we have a main entry level way down here. We have a major entry level here. Well, we have a minor entry level here. But the most important thing we have is, and there are other levels here. There's a resistance zone here. You can see it, how market spent there like an hour and a half. Up. We have a support zone here. Market testing this low and doing new highs. Well, new highs, daily highs. Okay. Then market reaching that resistance zone. FOB coming back, retesting the low, taking this preview low, and then FOB going to new highs again towards a target zone, big target zone. Market hit that resistance level right to the tick, and it bounced right back. So step number one of the legacy futures trading strategy: wait for market to hit big target support resistance zones. We could have done that here. We could have done that here. We could have done that here. Actually, I took a trade this morning, like in this small push to the downside, but I'll talk about that later. Okay, because I have I open a few funded accounts to share some things with you, and that's what we're gonna be talking about. So here, market bounced off that big target zone, and then it was just a matter of waiting for confirmation, because of course market could have kept pushing to the upside, but here it failed to take the high. Here it failed to take the high, and it even took the low. So that's my trigger of a big probability trade. Swap. You saw in this trade I didn't have any support, any resistance, any target zones in 1 minute charts, because I really didn't need it. I look for 10 to 15 to 20 points. I'm trading 2 contracts, and this move right there between, and you saw that. Let me get it. This market has been so volatile that it's hard to make an exact analysis, because the numbers are so all over the place, the price. So we have, let me put the text on markers, the markers at least. Markers. So we have here, I sold here, where I sold above my minor entry level, where I bought a little below my mini entry level. Why? Because there we go. Because market will usually, and I'm gonna say this with caution because it's not always the case, do not trade. Remember, I am explaining you guys bits and tips of my legacy futures trading strategy. There are many elements that I cannot mention here, not because I don't want to, but because I don't have enough time. I can go back and make videos about every single thing that I look for in the market, in price action, market movement, but that would be like a 100 video library, you know. So I'm teaching you the basics, and I'm teaching you guys or at least explaining to you guys what was I thinking when I took this trade. Market bounced off a big target zone. Market failed to take previous highs, and they started taking previous lows. So that's a good sign. Okay, don't trade just because market did that, because there are a lot of other elements that I look for. Okay, here market did a retracement in this specific candle. I understood that it was highly probable that they were at least going to go below this mini entry level. Mini entry levels are quite tricky, but even if that mini entry level wasn't there, we have that minor entry level, and we could say we could look for 6, 7, 10 points below that level. 10 points would be kind of maxing that move out. And you're saying, Ra, what the heck are you talking about? Well, that's just what I have observed after studying the market. Study the market. Don't, well, at least that's my advice. You can do whatever you want. Don't let your trading decision be made based on indicators, signals, or whatever, because they might work until they won't, and then you're gonna be in trouble. And then I'm gonna hear, you know how many times I had heard of, oh, I tried trading but it didn't work out for me. Yeah, 90% of the people will say that because what they lack understanding of the market. Period. There's no way around it. Or you don't have discipline, or you don't have understanding of the market. Anyway, enough of the ranting here. Market, the push to the upside did a small retracement in 1 minute time frame, and it was above that minor entry level, so that's a good sign. I sold 2 contracts, well, whatever, you saw that, 57.50. Okay, now from 57.50 to from my entry to my entry level, we have 6.5 points. 6.5 points. Remember, I'm trading 2 contracts. We have 13 points right there, which equals $260. Let's write this down. We have 6.5 points. Well, oops. 6.5 points. Okay, times 2 contracts equals 13 points. Wow. 13 times 20 equals to 260, right? 260. 160 bucks. Wow. All right. Now, if I look for 15 to 20 points, well, right, you fell short of 2 points. That's okay. That's an average. But that was 13 points to entry level. That means if I take that entry level and I take 10 points from there, we have 51 minus 10 points, we got 41. $10 points right here. Okay, so that let me take my take profit. Wow. and place it here at the 10-point mark, right? 50, 41, yeah. 41. There we go. Okay, if from entry level, and that depends on which entry level we're talking about. We're talking about minor entry level. 10-point max move to be safe. This is to be safe. Okay? You can take anywhere from 5, 6, 7 points below that level if you're selling, of course. So that makes a 13-point move to a and all this is happening in my head really quickly. You have to be really sharp when you're in trading, sharp in your mindset, sharp in your discipline, sharp in your you cannot have doubts. If you have a doubt, don't trade. Okay? If you're thinking about this might happen, don't trade. Trade it in simulation. Practice. You're gonna save yourself a lot of money by practicing when you are not sure, or if you think you know what's gonna happen. No, you have to be sure that if something goes wrong after you hit that buy or sell, it's either you misread the market or something out of the extraordinary happened. Usually one of those two will be true. So then we have here, okay, 16.5 points. We have 16.5 points, okay, times 2. This is all my reasoning while I look at the market. That's why sometimes I'm making live videos, and some people have told me like, hey, I mean, you're leaving batches. You should keep talking instead of going silent. You're saying too much. Well, I'm looking at the market. I am thinking what I am explaining to you right now. I am trying to talk about what's going on, and it's a lot. It's sometimes I even, and I try not to do that when I make these videos. I will go from, I have a few different accounts. I have to go from account to account to manage on other trades. It's crazy. But anyway, there's no excuse. 16.5 points, that's 32, that's 33 bucks. 33 points, sorry. Point, you see, I'm thinking about other stuff, and then we have 33 times 20 equals 33, that's 66. 660 bucks, because we know market gives 20 bucks per point. Okay, was this first option trade, right, trading, did it fulfill my trading goal, and by then my trading plan? I would consider it a yes, because if I look for 15 to 20 points and I fell short for 1 or 2 points, that's okay. I can live with that. You know, I usually make more than 15 to 20 points, so I don't have a problem with that. Okay, 260 bucks in a few minutes. That's, I don't know, but that's awesome, and that's how we should see the market. Okay, yeah, there have been trades that give 2, 3, 5 grand in a few minutes, in a few days, depending on. But is that really what you want to take out of the market? Because the more you the more you want, a point wise, money wise, the more complex it's gonna get. And it's possible because I have done it. I made 10 grand in one night a few years back, but I spent all evening trading 3, 4, 5 contracts. It was exhausting. It was wonderful. I was vacationing, so I paid everything with that money. So I had a really great time. But anyway, that's we're not here to talk about my vacations. Then, okay, from level to level. Okay, we have this is another way, possibility of looking at it. From level to level, we have 7.5 points. The 7.5 points fulfill my trading goal, and by then my trading plan 7.5. We have times 2, that's 15, times 2, that's $300, 15 points. Yeah, absolutely. So we have already 2 levels. If I can buy higher, I can sell higher, than the entry level, and I can buy lower than the exit level. In this specific case, instead of my 15 points that I look for, I can grab all this extra and all this extra. Okay, I decided to lock in my profits here, a little below the mini entry exit level. Okay, why? Because I look for 15 to 20 points, and I had there 30 points, so that's double of what this minimum entry trade would have been. Okay, for me, entry level, exit level, 7.5 points, and I grabbed 30 points. So that's icing on the cake. That's gravy on the beef, however you want to say it. So that is all of this. You have to first have a trading plan, trading goal, understand, try and study the market, come up with a plan. It can be hourly, it can be candle wise, it can be chart, depending on that. That's on you. I show here how I trade, what works for me after spending years and years of trial and error, of studying the market. It was brutal. If I had to go back and go through all of what I went through, and I knew, I don't know, things could have been different, but this is my passion, this is what I love, and well, I wish 20 years ago Ra would have known better and study and understand everything as I'm trying to explain it to you before making all of those mistakes. But if we don't make mistakes, we don't learn, right? Anyway, yeah, it was a great trade. Love it. And I hope you enjoy it as well as I enjoy making them. Now I'm going to we should have, you're already gonna have the info. So I hope you had an awesome weekend. I hope you all have an awesome trading week, and I'll see you again tomorrow. You want to learn my trading strategy? You want to join our trading group? Questions, comments, complaints, jokes, you know what to do. Saint Legacy Futures Trading Group. You have a great one. Catch me.